So we have learned how to tell time on the hour, which is o'clock. We learned how to tell time to the fourth or quarter hour, which is a quarter after. We've learned a quarter to, or until, or till. And we've also learned how to tell time to the half hour. Now, we're going to learn something even smaller than half and quarter. We're going to learn how to tell time by the 5-minute interval. An interval means just how big of a space or gap is it. Our essential question is going to be, how can I use and tell time? Now, you guys will have to be able to tell time to the minute next year in 3rd grade. But in 2nd grade, we're going to learn to the 5 minutes, okay? So if you look at my clock here, and you look at my flower clock, look at the flower with the petals. What do you notice about the petals going around the clock? Lila?
They're 5 minutes apart.
They're 5 minutes apart. Every petal is 5 minutes apart. Because on a clock, between this number, 12, and 1, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. And so, on a clock, if this was my time way down here, would Mrs. Murphy want to take the time to count every minute to 40? No. That would take way too long. It would take me forever. So what I can do is I could count by 5s. I could go start this 0. See, I always have to say 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Or some 2nd graders are so smart and they say, you know what, Miss Murphy, I don't even need to count these because I know this is 30, and then I can just count by 5s and go 35, 40. And that's a lot faster than having to count all 40 of those. Okay? So this is why in kindergarten, I think you had Mrs. Stitman.
Yes.
She should have taught you how to count by 5s.
Yeah. Yes, she did.
And last year with Mrs. Jensen, you probably reviewed it, or if you didn't have Mrs. Jensen or Mrs. Stitman in 1st grade or kindergarten, you should have learned how to count by 5s. Because we need to know how to count by 5s for money with nickels and for time. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to watch a cute little number rock video that talks about telling time to the 5 minutes. And then we're going to practice on the little clocks. And then we're going to start our worksheet. And we might not even finish our worksheet today, but we'll maybe get it started. Okay? All right. I love this number rock video. I think you guys will like this one too. It's about 6 minutes long, okay?
With the at the one, she said.
It's 6:05, aren't we late?
And I was like, oh yeah. When we finally got a seat, she told me I was cute, but I'd eaten beans for lunch and let out a loud toot.
Here's a tip, picture the hour hand. Where on the clock does it land? The last number it went by tells you the hour of time.
On the way home we walked by the fishing dock. We looked up and saw that it was now 8 o'clock. The minute hand pointed up the hour hand at the 8. She said,
My curfew's 8:15. Oh, great.
that's 8:15. So we went off in a hurry, we ran, we bounded. Yeah, let's see how fast so she wouldn't be grounded. When the hour hands on a number and the minute hands up, we know it's o'clock. The breakfast order's up. With the hour hands right between two numbers per se, it's 1/2 an hour, about 10:30 that day. Yeah. With the minute hand that represents the minutes gone by, it's easy to tell time and soon see why. Each number on the clock is 5 minutes a minute. If
On
it's
its
got
off,
5 minutes,
I know what it is,
split.
but it's landed at the board. That the end was funny. The first we have so many balls.
Did you guys get this part where they're late? So like it's important to know time because your mom and dad might give you a curfew, and a curfew is a time that you must be home. And if you're not home by that time, then you're gonna be in big trouble. So they're late. So what does that boy decide to do?
Push her through the window.
He pushed her through the window. How come, Kaden?
Because she was probably gonna be late.
Yeah, she was gonna be late. So instead of going through the front door and getting in trouble, what was she gonna do?
Go through the window.
Yeah, so that's why I always laugh at this one because I'm like, you guys will probably do this.
Wouldn't be grounded.
So she would be grounded.
Yeah, I heard that. Oh, I didn't hear that the first time.
Yeah, so curfew, that's a big word. That means when you guys get to be 16, 17, and 18 and you can drive, and you still live with your mom and dad, they might say, okay, you can go out tonight to a movie, but you have to be back at 9:30. And if you're not back, that's your curfew. And if you're not back, then you're going to be grounded or you're going to be in trouble.
Or grounded one time in my life.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys will never be grounded.
Miss Murphy, I like that because I like clapping because it was catchy.
Okay, it is. So I love the number rock ones because they're usually kind of catchy and they have a great song. Uh-oh. And they also have something kind of funny in it. So this one kind of had two things that were funny. Why are you saying oh?
Because there's that guy in it.
Okay, so let's practice our time. So Miss Stewart passed out the little clocks. If you haven't got it out, please do so right now. You can put on, no talking done. Put on your stand, please, if you want to. Mason, we're going to keep our voices at a 0 to start with because I really want to make sure you guys understand this, okay? All right, now, so one thing I'm going to really stress is when we tell time, we always want to say the hour first. And the hour is always the big number you see on a clock. And it's the short and the easy hand goes first. Short and easy first, okay? So Mrs. Murphy wants you to put your hour, the short and easy hand, on the hour 8. So make your clock say 8 o'clock. Does that one not go very well? Go quickly now. Okay, now, as we go, we're just gonna leave this hand. I know mine goes with the clock, but yours does not turn with the clock. So I want you to start up here at 8 o'clock, and I want you to say 0. And if you want to say 0, 0, because at the clock, at 0 o'clock, it's a 0, 0. But we can just say 0. Ready? 0. Now, let's move it. And I say 1 jump, or on my clock, I say a flower petal. So like you're jumping all of these 5, and you're landing here. And so on the 1, when your minute hand's on the 1, how many minutes is that?
5.
Everybody? 5. Lewis, show me. Okay. So, I see a lot of you that don't have your hour hand on 8. Now, your minute hand should be at the 5 minutes. Lewis, what time is this on our clock?
8, 5.
Okay. Now, we don't say 8, 5.
1:40.
No, Lewis. No. Lewis, say the hour hand first. 8. Now we just don't say 5.
You say oh.
Oh, we say oh. And it's really a 0, 5. But the way we say our time is we say 8:05. But the way we write it, let me pull this up here, is we would write it, so this is my minute hand. Watch, guys. Here, I know these are, oh, come on. It was working earlier. Okay, there we go.
That's fast.
Okay, Miss Mercury's making it go fast. Okay, we're almost to 8.
That's cool.
Okay, now if I make it go to 8:05, I say it that way, but the way that I write it is not like that. The way that I write it is 8.05. Okay, you have to have 2 digits. I can't just write 8.5.
That's not weird.
Yeah, it looks weird. I agree. I agree. It looks weird.
It's like 8:05.
Yep. So, on the clock, if you have anything from the 1 to the 9, you have to put the 0. Like, if it was, I know we aren't going to learn about the 9, like the minutes yet, but if it was 8:09, you would say 8:09. You wouldn't say 8:09. You would say 8:09. Okay? All right, so this is the first one and the only one we have to say oh. Okay, now, make your clock. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on the 9. Make your clock. Its minutes needs to go 5 more, so it's going to hop to the 2 now. And when it hops to the 2, Carson, how many minutes has it gone? 10 minutes. Good job, Carson. So we've gone from 5 to the 10. Make it go another 5 minutes. So now it's at the 3. Everybody, shh. Lila, are you doing it with us? Okay, show me your clock. Okay, what time would this be, Brooklyn?
8:15.
8:15. Good job. So whenever it's here, you guys know, you just have it memorized. It's the 15th. Okay, make it go another 5 minutes. Thank you, Ingrid and Keaton, for showing me. Thank you, you guys over here. Good job. All right. Bridie, what time would this be? Say the hour hand first. No, start, count by 5s. 5, 10, 15. Thank you for waiting patiently, 2nd graders. 8:20, good job. So you just count by 5s, all right. So now we're gonna go down here. Minute hands at the bottom, at the 5. Aria, what do you think this would be? 8:25. All right, second graders, everybody should know this one. What time is this?
8:30.
Okay, now, let's take our minute hand and we're going to go up the clock to the 7. Okay, what time would that be, Addie?
8:37. 35.
Yes, 35. Good job, 35. Excellent. Okay, make it go up to the 8. So 5 more minutes. What would that be, Raylan?
8:40.
8:40. Excellent. All right, now guys, make it go up to the 9.
Everybody.
We should all know this because this is a quarter to. Or a 8:45. Good. It's all right. It's okay. Sometimes things slip out our mouth. It's all right. Okay, let's go up to the next one. Up to the 10. Kate, and what would that be? 8:50.
9.
Then up to the next one, John. It's almost 9. It's not there yet. 8:55. Now,
9.
guys, this is going to go 5 more minutes, and it is going to be 60. However, we don't say this is 9:60. It changes from a 60. It's like 60 and a 00, the same number. So, Ingrid, what would this be?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Okay. All right. I think you guys understand and get it. So let's do some practice.
9:40.
I'm going to tell you time. I'm going to do it on my clock. I'm going to see if you guys can do it on your clock. Now remember, think. Little hand is always short and easy. Do that one first. So the hour is going to be 11. So move your hour hand right now. 11. All right, and your minutes are going to be 25. 11:25. Wow, look at these. I haven't called them wrong. Ooh, you're close. No, you're
As soon
10.
as you
11:10.
say that.
Wow.
You
No
turned
way.
only
That one was pretty easy.
That was amazing.
Easy.
There was only a couple of you. Oh, Louis, you just have your hand switched. Remember?
I did it.
You need 11.
Not 5.
You so
Go on.
Now, just you need to wait till she comes. Remember her rule? Because sometimes she gets busy with another student. Okay? And it's not Wednesday, so she's not forgetting. It's just she was just busy. Okay, Miss Schaefer's first group. You may go with her. Okay. All right. You guys are awesome. Let's try it. I'm gonna try to stump you. Let's do 7:50. 7:50.
Wow, that was the easiest thing I've done in my life. Okay,
I agree with you. I
so
didn't follow it. I'd be so
I'm gonna let two clocks on the numbers. They do. Okay, good.
Joy.
Oh my gosh, I can't
What do you
believe
mean?
Switch your name.
you have your hand switched, Louis.
Ah.
Oh,
Right, why?
7.
What are you talking about?
Yep, 7.
It's wrong now.
No. She already said it was right, so I'm gonna get it wrong.
All right, does your guys' match mine?
Yes!
And one good thing about your clocks and my clock is the red hand matches the red numbers. The blue hand matches the blue numbers. Yep. The dots and the numbers, exactly. Okay, all right. You guys are doing awesome. The next one, I couldn't stump you. I'll try this one though. How about 5:10? 5:10.
Easiest thing in my life.
Oh, that was alright.
10:25.
Okay, why do you keep on saying that? I'm not gonna listen to you.
5:10. No. Try that again.
Yeah. Wait, how many hand switch?
No, your hour is kind of way off. Louis, you have the hour hand right, but now the minute hand is 10. Louis, is your blue hand matching where the 10 is at?
I'm right. Oh, yeah.
No, it's at the 50. That's 50, buddy.
You should do this. This is perfect. I got it right.
Good job.
Wait, so 9. Now is this
Why
right?
do people say to switch my hand? I'm not gonna listen to it.
Addie, you were at 5:05. Now you're at 5:15. I'm at 5:10.
Go one
Okay,
back.
5. So this little hand's gotta be at the 5.
Okay, now I got it right.
And then the blue hand's gotta be at the 10. There you go.
Done.
But it's not working.
All right, Louis, let me see. Louis, stop. Your little hand, the red hand, has to be at the 5 because the hour is 5. Okay, now Louis, that's not the little hand, the red hand. That's the blue minute hand.
Oh, no.
No.
What? Oh, yeah, 10.
Louis, the hour is 5. Your little red hand needs to be at the 5.
Okay.
Just wait, second graders. Louis is kind of struggling here. Now you got it. And a minute hand is at the 10, the blue. Good job. Okay, Louis, so the red hand's first, then the blue hand.
Wow.
Okay, all right. Let's do this one.
This is hard.
Let's
Give us a
try
hard one.
11.
Don't give me
I'm sorry, 10:35. 10:35.
Do this one first. Do this one first.
10:30. This is
10.
easy.
7 o'clock.
No, check that again. Your hour and minutes are wrong.
No,
Oh.
don't do that.
Really good.
Adeline, no, you got that
You got
wrong.
10:30. Oh, 10:35.
I can hear when the wood chip.
10:35.
Let me
Good.
see, Tyson.
Good.
Good. Good job.
You said it was the easiest thing.
You got 10:30 on 10:35.
Why are you trying to trick you? I'm
Good
not
job.
trying to trick you.
Okay, you're close.
Not to try to
Turn around.
that
Why?
good.
Your hands are sweet.
Like Wyatt was telling
Is
me
your
I
little
had
hand
wrong.
on the 10?
Switch my hands.
The hour is
No,
10.
is there still 30?
And then the blue hand is at 35. Where's the 35? There you go. 10:35. Okay, you're so close except for this hour is 10 and a half.
Only 30 minutes of math.
Miss Murphy.
Wow.
You're really amazing.
Lois, 10.
That's pineapple.
10. And then 35. The blue is at the 35. Good job.
Wyatt, you know,
Wyatt,
you know I was gonna
Yes.
Wyatt, you know
Yeah.
what
Good job.
You're dead.
Okay. Mason, are you wanting your chair back? Because if you're going to move around like that again and twirl, I'm going to switch back with your feet. Because when I sit in my chair at my desk, I can't do that, so you can't do that. Okay, the next one is 1:55.
Do the one first.
1:55.
I think I got it.
50.
Why do I feel like there's like two
That's
Johns?
50. 55.
Mason, I need 1:55.
Oh, that's
Addie, can you turn it 7 feet?
Did you give me a thumbs up?
Yep, I did. Addie, move your minute hand. It's either slid down or you don't have it.
No, it was
Okay, okay,
It was just a little bit moved up.
okay. Good job. No, 1:55, honey. Come sit on your desk, or on your chair, please.
Hit me with your best shot at mine.
1:55. 1.
I don't like that song.
Give me your best shot.
Lois, you have your hand switched again.
I think he does it.
Are you?
He just had it right when I was over there.
He is. Okay. So if he does that again, I'm going to clip him down because that's not being very kind. Because we're coming to help you and then you're changing it on us.
Yeah.
That kind of makes me very sad. Okay. Good job. Just move that up just a tad. All right. Okay, 2 more. All right, person. You need to get back onto the clock some. You're fine. You're tough. All right, the next one is 7:05. 7:05.
Hands on side.
7:05.
You tell me where I am.
You got 7 o'clock. I want 7:05.
Okay,
I
just
gave
move
you a
it.
thumbs up, so I'm not going to. Sorry. Wyatt, you should really think about your actions.
Wyatt, your fingers. This is 7:05 on the back.
7:05. So no hands on the 7.
He's trying to
I
say
think you're right.
No, that's 50. That's 50. So 05 would be over here. That's the hour hand.
Why not in this sound?
I thought the rest of the minute hand.
Okay, last one. All right, the last time I want you to do is let's do 9, 20. 9, 20.
Your hands are switched. Switch your hands.
Oh, wait. Let me peek one more time. I think I looked at it. Nope, you're right.
Wait, what did you say?
9, 20. Good job. All right. Excellent, second graders. I would like you to put your clocks off to the side. It doesn't matter which side of your desk. And I would like you to put them off to the side if you want to put them in your bag. If you don't think you're going to use them again, that's fine. We'll get them. We're going to get them back tomorrow again because we're going to review and practice again. So what I would like you to do is get out your worksheet that Mrs. Stewart gave to you and put your name at the top, nice and neat.
Not Mrs. Stewart.
Mrs. Stewart. Or I'm sorry, John passed it out. That's right, Mrs. Stewart passed out the clocks. Sorry, John. I forgot. Sorry about that, John. What's your name? I said Mrs. Stewart. All right. So what we're gonna do is on our clock, we are going to write the minutes, just like my flower clock up in the classroom. So at the top, I know they don't have a spot for it, but we're gonna still fill it in because I think it's so important to fill that in. So at the top above the 12, if you want to even make a line, you can. And we're gonna put 0, 0. But just know it's kind of like a 62 because there's 60 minutes in 1 hour. So once we get to the top, it's like we got 60 minutes, so we have to start back at 0, 0.
Miss Murphy, it's kind of like a
Now, if I start at the top, at the 12, for the minutes, and I'm at 0, 0, o'clock, I'm going to hop 5 minutes. And what should I write on that line for the minutes? Lila?
5.
Can I just put a 5 like this, though?
No.
No, what do I have to put before it?
You have to put the 0.
0. So I wouldn't say 0, 5, but I'd say 05. Even though it's really the number 0. Because in math, we don't have O's. That's in reading. Reading, we have the letter O. In math, we have a 0. But when we say it, we know our English language is crazy. And we don't say 0, 5, we say 05. Okay, now if I have 5 more, Carson, what would that be? 10. Okay, now, can you guys do this? Because I looked at my flower clock and I thought, we need to do this. We need to put the dots to show this is the minutes and it's not the hours. So just put the 2 dots, which is called the colon, before. Okay, now if we have 5 more minutes, what should we write on the next line by the 3, Lewis?
15.
Okay, so we're at 15 minutes when the big hand, the minute hand's at the 3. Carson, why aren't you writing? Okay, Mrs. Schaefer's second group, do not leave until we get this done. Mrs. Schaefer's first group coming in, try to catch up. I'm not looking at it now, you're waiting. Okay, Hayden, what goes down here for 5 more minutes? 20. So put the 2 dots to represent our hours gonna be first, and then this is our minutes. 20 minutes when it's at the 4. What would go next? Slide at the bottom here by the 5. 25. All right, not Aria, Briley, what would be down at the 6? 30 minutes. All right, up at the 7, Charlotte, what would that be?
35.
35. You got it.
Where's the long hand? Where's the long hand?
There is a long hand. That's what we're filling in the minutes. Okay, what would be at the 8? Aria? 40. Now, Mrs. Murphy is going to change it because I want us to keep going. So, at the 9, just put a little line, just like my flower clock. And what would go at the 9, Addie?
45.
45. Okay, then we're going to do it by the 10 also. What would go up at the 10, Neeson?
50.
Good job, 50.
I'm 0.
Good job. And then we're going to make one last line
55.
up at the 11. Brooklyn, what would that be?
55.
55. Good job, Brooklyn.
I can count it 20, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25, 30, 10, 15.
Okay, so yes, you should be able to know this because we can count by 5s. You guys have done that since kindergarten, first grade, and so we can skip count by 5s and we can know our minutes easily on the clock by 5s. Okay, now, down at the bottom, it says, draw the minute hand that goes, can you guys right here take your pencil, and I think we're supposed to draw it right here to the 8. So make it go way to the 8, because this is the yellow that the minute hand has traveled. So the minute hand started at the top, and it went all the way around. So what time would this clock, what time is this clock showing? Lewis?
8:25.
You're switching your hands again.
5:40.
Yes. So always do the shorthand first. It's at the 5, it's not the 6. So down here, you guys have a little clock down here. I'm not going to get rid of mine because Ingrid just came in and she's catching up, but I want you to write 5. And then the minutes would be 40. 5:40. So write it on that, can I use Lily's example paper? Down here, there's a little digital clock. Write 5:40 there. That's where you're supposed to write it.
But you don't want to go down.
Yeah, I don't want to make my paper go down because it's going to erase everything.
Or I can help Ingrid.
Okay, Miss Schaefer's second group, you may push your chairs and go down to her room. All right. Libby, I'm going to have you catch up in a minute. Ingrid, did you almost get this caught up?
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember.
Okay. All right. Can I move it or do you need your butt? Okay.
Wait.
All right. Now, what I would like you to do is flip it to the guided practice.
I love the guided practice.
Okay, at the top of the guided practice, I will read it and you follow on. It says, it takes 5 minutes for the minute hand to move to the next number. You can skip count by 5s to tell the time. So they use this example. The minute hand starts at the top and it's skip counted by 5, 10, 15, 20. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Good job. So this clock shows 40 minutes after 9. Write the time another way. So the time on a digital clock would be 9:40. So please trace this 40 and then trace the 9 and the 40. Yes, Libby? Yes. Yeah, if you can do it, or you can look at Miss Murphy's blog.
Yeah, that's what I did.
You can do that too, Libby. Okay? Yep. That's exactly what we did on the front. Okay, now, down below, I'm going to draw some sticks to see if some friends can come up and figure out the time on the clocks. So look at number 1. And I only have 2 sticks left in here, and then we'll put them back in. So, Briley, can you come up here? And on number 1, can you write the time on the digital clock? Just give it a minute. Give it a minute. There you go. Now it's ready for you.
24.
Okay. Now stop. This is your hour. Is your hour 4? No. You have your hand switched. So no. You gotta do the short and easy hand first. So 12. 20. Good job. So Briley kind of made a mistake that some of you will make. She switched her hands again. Remember the short, easy red hand first. So she wrote the 12 because it's between the 12 and the 1. And then I saw her count by 5s in her head. She went 5, 10, 15, 20. Good job, Briley. Okay, number 2. My last stick is Brooklyn. And you raise your hand, so that worked out perfect.
She's the unlucky one.
All right, let's see if Brooklyn can get this one.
Why do I feel like she's been last a couple times now?
She has. I wish I was God. So I can make everybody. What?
Okay, you did the same thing. You switched your hands also. Brooklyn said it was 11:20. Is that right?
No.
Okay. So Brooklyn, this hand is not at the 4 yet. How many of you think this is at the 4?
No, it's up to 3.
It's at the 3. It looks close, but it's not there yet.
I
No,
knew
Brooklyn.
that it was at the.
I want you to stop and think.
It's 3:50.
This many hands must start to have to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
Just at the next
45,
hand.
50, 55.
It's missing a pedal.
So what would the minutes be? Not 20, but what? We just said it. 50?
No, not 50.
Look up at the clock there.
5.
It's at the 11. What is it?
5. No.
3.
Look at the pedal by the 11. What is the pedal by the 11 say?
55.
55. So it can't be 320. It's 3:55.
Oh wait, that's what we were saying.
How many of you guys put 4 o'clock? Okay, I thought a few of you might because that one's tricky. It looks like that's at the 4, but if you look really closely, it's not there yet.
You don't need.
Okay?
I know the next
Okay,
one.
the next one, I'm going to draw a stick, okay? We'll see if this person's in
Who's
here.
the lucky person?
How about Ingrid?
Oh. Who's lucky person?
All right, Ingrid. Remember, short and easy hand first, the red hand.
I'll be happy if you get this first try. What's your goal?
Anybody did not get this first try. But I know Angel will get it.
It's between the 4 and the 5 hour, right? It's not that yet. Good job.
Can I get that?
Now, for the minutes, do your flower petal, counting, or look up there at the clock.
Count to the blue. She's the first one that got it first try.
So Ingrid looked at my clock, but if you don't have, like, let's say you're at home And I bet you don't have that cool flower clock at your house, because I know I don't. You can then just start up here and make in your head. You could go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I know
Okay.
the 1 minute.
Okay. All right. What was that, Keaton?
I know the time by the 1 minute.
Yeah, we're not gonna worry about that quite yet. Okay.
Oh
All
yeah.
right.
Isn't that easier than the 5?
Not really, because then you have to do 2 skills. You have to count by 5s and then count by 1. Okay.
I guess.
Let's go on to the back to the problem
There's
solving.
another one too.
Oh, did I miss one?
Yeah.
Oh, there's
yeah.
one.
And it's
I already done it with it. See?
Yeah,
A
wait,
few.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna do it.
Sorry, I missed this bottom one. Tell what time is shown. Draw the minute hand to show the time. So they're going to give you the digital clock 10:35. They've already gave you the hour 10. Let's see if this person can do the hour hand or the minute hand LES. Can you come up here, Ellie, and do the minute hand?
That's easy.
I'm just glad I haven't been getting
Hold on, Ellie. It's being kind of slow. There you go.
Maybe your clever touch one does not want that.
Perfect. Did your guys' match Ellie's?
Yeah, but there's 2 red.
Yeah. If we probably really should have made it blue, but it's okay. It's okay. Just like your pencils. You guys have blue pencils?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Now we're going to flip to the back.
Holy moly.
Whoa, what the
I
heck?
beat you.
Okay. Cross off the brain builders on the bottom.
No, I said that.
Let's make sure you have it right. Okay. Number 14. If the hour hand is close to the 11 and the minute hand is pointing to the 10, what time is it? Now, I'm going to think. My hour hand is close to the 11. Is it there yet? It's close. Is it there yet?
No.
No, so I know my hour is going to have to be
10.
10. So right now, I'm going to put a 10. Mason, what's the hour?
10.
10. The hour is 10. Now, I need to figure out the minute hand. The minute hand is pointing to the 10. So I'm going to take my minute hand and I'm going to point it right at the 10. Mason, go flip down, please. You keep looking at your friends and not watching and learning from Mrs. Murphy. Thank you, second graders, for ignoring her. Wyatt, what time would this be? $10.50. Good job, because we can see that this is 50. We could count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 10.50.
It's the 2 colors. Maybe the next one.
Okay, the next one says, a group of people get on an amusement park. How come they use the article "an"? Addie?
Because the amusement park starts with an A.
Good job, and that's a vowel, right? Good job. Ride every 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes they get to go on a ride. It is now 3 o'clock. So if you want to make your clock say 3 o'clock, or just look at Mrs. Murphy's. So their first ride is at 3. And what I'm going to do, and maybe you should do this too, is I'm going to make my little flower petals. And I'm going to say the first ride is in 5 minutes. That's in ride number 1. So that would be at 3:05. Ride number 2 is another 5 minutes. And that's going to be at 3:10. Ride number 3 is at another 5 minutes. So that'd be at 3:15. Ride number 4 is in another get?
325.
Okay, 325, and that's ride number 5. And I got 7 rides. So the next ride is at what time, Brooklyn?
6. No. Getting the hands split. 4.
No.
No, 3. 30.
3:30. And then the last one is in 5 minutes. What time would that be, Ingrid?
3:35.
3:35.
Good job.
Good job.
Pretty easy.
You're welcome.
It said, each rock. Wait.
Got it now? Okay. All right, so 3:35 is when they should go on the ride. Maybe I said that wrong, because there's groups ahead of them, but they have to wait for the groups. I'm sorry, I thought they were gonna ride every 5 minutes, but there's groups ahead of them and they have to wait till 3:45 till they can go. Okay. I would like you guys, let's not do the inside yet, because I want us to review tomorrow, because I have a feeling if I have you do it today, a lot of you are probably gonna get some of it wrong. So let's stop where we're at. If you have Kinsley's